Yeah, the others. Just have like 5 minutes to wait for them, and then we'll start. أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه وبعد. Inshallah, today we'll be talking about the rules of idgham. So in simple terms, idgham is inserting one alphabet into another. The terminological translation, it is moving from an alphabet that has sukun into an alphabet that has a vowel, hence merging into each other and sounding like an alphabet that has shadda. It happens such that when you try to read it, the tongue moves once. The alphabet of idgham are composed in the word yarmalun. So you're pronouncing two alphabets, but you're pronouncing it just with one pronunciation. Hence, what that implies is that you put one alphabet into another. And instead of reciting two independent alphabets, you are putting one alphabet into another, bringing out just one pronunciation for two alphabets. Idgham is categorized into two. Idgham with ghunna, idgham bi ghunna, also known as what? Idgham naqis. This is a type of idgham that when exercised, we exercise gunna. And as we spoke, as I explained in earlier classes, gunna is the extra nasal sound coming out of your nose, sound. We exercise Gunna with it, and the alphabet in this category are composed in the word Yanmu. Yanmu means, since before we already talked about the alphabet of the gun being what? Yarmalun. Ya, Ro, Mim, Lam, Waw, and Nun. So if you memorize Yarmalun, every alphabet here are what? One of the alphabets of what? Idgham. And if you come here, we see that out of all of these alphabets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, they're divided into two. Some that fall with gunna, that when we are pronouncing, we pronounce it what? With the nasal sound, and they are all composed in what? Yen, mu, ya, nun, mim, wow. And idgham without gunna, also known as what? Idgham kamil. This type of idgham, this is a type of idgham that when exercised, we don't add gunna. And the alphabet in this category are lam and ra. So yarmalun, lam and ra are what? Lam and ra are exercised without extra gunna. I exercise without what? Without gunna. And the remaining are exercised with gunna. Okay. So if you recognize this alphabet, yarmalun, and you know that lam and ra exists without gunna, and the rest are what I exercise with gunna. That's all that is explained. And this is a continuation of the previous class. We are talking about, we are still under nun sakin and tenwin. When nun sukun or fatatan kesatan domatan comes, and what comes after it, how do they relate? Okay. So if they have any of the alphabets in Yarmalun, Ya, Ro, Mim, La, Waw, Nun, Yarmalun. If any of these alphabets come immediately after Nun Sukun or Tanween, how would we pronounce it? Okay. Now look at this. We have Nun Sukun here. After it is what? Ya. And then we are done Idhar before. Kho is one of the alphabets of Idhar. And then we have Tanween here. Okay. So how do we recite this? So I said we're going to like put the nun inside the ya and pronounce it like as if we pronounce just one alphabet. So you pronounce this by saying فَمَن يَعْمَلْ. Can you see? After the mim fatha, I had already positioned my mouth like someone that wanted to pronounce ya. فَمَن, I didn't say فَمَن ya. I didn't say فَمَن ya. فَمَن يَعْمَلْ. فَمَن يَعْمَلْ. Anyone that observed will have seen that what I did was to put the noon in what? In the ya. فَمَن يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ خَيْرًا يَرَهُ. Can you see? رَيْن يَرَهُ. This tanween and ya is what? After it. Let's go over this again. Nun sukun, then ya. Okay? Ya is an alphabet of what? Idgham. When nun takes sukun and is followed by ya, what happens? We do idgham. We insert one alphabet into another. So how do you pronounce this? فَمَن يَعْمَلْ. You not say فَمَن يَعْمَلْ. فَمَن يَعْمَلْ is wrong. That is hard. Clarity. Now we're making the nun, we're making sure the nun is not clear and that the nun is inserted inside the ya. And we say what? فَمَن, the in sound. فَمَن يَعْمَلْ. فَمَن يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ خَيْرًا يَرَهُ. Khoyron, roin. I'm not saying khoyron yaro. No. If I did that, I'll have done idhar. And that's wrong. Khoyron, roin. Can you see? It's like as if you are taking away the tenwin. You're putting just one fatha on the ro, and then you're pronouncing the ya. And you're having the in sound. فَمَن يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ خَيْرًا يَرَهُ. خَيْرًا يَرَهُ. That's an example for ya. And as we practice with other alphabets of idgham, you would see what I'm talking about inserting one alphabet inside another. Ra, we have tenwin with ra here, okay? فَهُوَ فِي عِيشَةٍ رَاضِيَةٍ. Can you see? For the tenwin, it's like as if you're taking away one of the tenwin. For example, it's takesota. I was ishatin, no, ishati. Then you join it to the ra. فَهُوَ فِي عِيشَةٍ رَاضِيَةٍ. Can you see that the process of implementing idgham is like as if it's divided into two? When you have nun sukun, it's like as if you have cleaned it, the nun, but you didn't actually clean the nun. And when you have tenwin, it's like as if you clean one of the haraka of the tenwin. For example, here, khayron yaro. We don't say khayron yaro. No. Khayron yaro. Here, when we're implementing it here. And here, it's like as if you take away one of the kesra of the what of the kesratan. فهو في عيشة راضية عيشة راضية. The next example, nun sukun, the ra. كلا إنهم عن ربهم عر. Like as if you cleaned the nun, but you didn't clean it. You inserted it inside the ra. كلا إنهم عن ربهم يومئذ لمحجوبون. Can you see lam? Lam is what another alphabet of what? Idgham. And Kesotan comes, can you see lam? We've not gotten there. But Kesotan came before it. يومئذ لا. We didn't say يومئذ لا. No, we didn't do that. يومئذ لا. Like as if it's just one kesra that is under the dhal. Let's pronounce this again. كلا إنهم عن ربهم يومئذ لمحجوبون. Not يومئذ لا. No. يومئذ لا. Like I said, the kesra is just one. Okay. Let's look at the example with mim. Let's look at it. This tanwin, lam matan. And after it is what? Mim, right? Now let's see how we implement it. Rasulum, lum, lam malu, and mim kesro. That's how it sounded. Like as if we cleaned one of it. Rasulum minallahi yatlu suhufam, fam. رسول من الله يتلو صحفا مطهرة. رسول من الله يتلو صحفا مطهرة. Tanween with mim, tanween with mim. Okay, so let's look at the second example below. Laylatul Qadri khayrum rum, something like that. Rod maru and mim sukun, something like that. Like as if we're cleaning one of the words. Dhamma of the tanween. Laylatul Qadri khayrum min alfi shahr. Now, let's look at the next example with lam. Inna rabbahum bihim Dhilla. And again, you know, I told you lam and ra. They don't have what? They don't have extra sound coming out of your nose. Dhilla khabir. Dhilla. Can you see? I'm pressing down on my nose and you can't hear the sound of air trying to come out. So you're not hearing the sound. Let me put practice the one with gunna and you're going to see the example. فَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ. Can you see? Ghunna, because of the ghunna, because I'm covering the nose, you can see that air was actually coming out. And because I'm covering just like the bone part of the nose, just put your hand on like the bony part, the intersection between like the tip of the bone part of your nose. And you try to pronounce it. You know if you did ghunna or not. فَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ. Can you see? When I try to do the idgham with ya, the nasal sound was coming out. Look at this, for example. فهو في عيشة تر. When I try to pronounce the what, the idgham for ra, can you see that no nasal sound is coming out? That's why it's referred to as what? Idgham kamil. We are doing idgham, complete idgham without what? Ghunna. There's nothing disturbing it. Clear idgham. Isha tirro. Instead of me to say Isha tin ra, I didn't pronounce the ta sound complete, and I moved immediately to ra. كلا إنهم عن ربهم يومئذ لمحجوبون. No idgham, no ghunna, sorry. كلا إنهم عر. I did arra. There was no sound coming out. That was to do it for mim. Rasulun min Allah. Lum min Allah. Can you see? There's a nasal sound coming out. The sound coming out. Inna rabbahum bihim yawma idhil la khabir. No nasal sound, okay? Let's go to the next example. فما له من قوة ولا ناصر. قوة ولا ناصر. And the final example. فما لأحد عنده من نعمة تجزى. Where's the okay, من نعمة. فما لأحد عنده من نعمة من نعمة تجزى. So can you see the sign of Ghunna coming out from the examples that have what? Ghunna. And the only ones that when you put your nose and you pronounce that idgham, like when you do the idgham, like the insertion of alphabet into another, when you implement it in the other alphabet, you notice that the nasal sound, by putting your hand on your nose, that sound does not come out. But if you try it with any other alphabet here, that's why this lam and ra are what? Are without gunna. When you do the ram is complete, it doesn't have gunna. But for other alphabets, it's more like maybe like partial gunna, partial idgham, because gunna also comes with what? With the idgham. So let me do a quick recap. I'll just read all of this again, and I'll try to emphasize on the part where the ROM are taking place, the insertion of one alphabet into another from beginning again. And I'll not this time around, I'll not show you the RONA part of it. I'm just going to read it like that. فمن يعمل مثقال ذرة خيرا يره. خيرا يره. That's the idgham there. فهو في عيشة راضية. راضية. كلا إنهم عن ربهم. Like as if you clean the noon, but the noon is there. Arro. That's how you pronounce it. كلا إنهم عن ربهم يومئذ لمحجوبون. ذلة. Like as if you pronounce just ذل كسر ذي. We didn't say yawma idhin la mahju. We didn't say dhin. We didn't pronounce the dhal kesotan to the end. We cut it at the middle. Yawma idhin la khabir. Because we had to insert it with the lam. Rasulun min Allah yatlu suhufan mutahharah. Rasulun lum. I didn't say Rasulun mina. No, I didn't say Rasulun mina. No. I cut like the tanwin in the middle. Rasulun min Allah yatlu suhufan mutahharah. Laylatul qadri khayrun min alfi shahr. We say khayrun min. No. We said khayrun min. Inna rabbahum bihim yawma idhilla khabir. يومئذ لخبير. The next one. فما له من قوة ولا ناصر. فما له من قوة ولا ناصر. يرملون. فما لأحد عنده من تجزى. So that will be the end of today's class, inshallah. Subhanakallahumma bihamdika. Nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Do you guys have questions? Assalamu alaikum. You guys can meet your mic. Do you guys have questions?
No.
I actually have question. Was Idgham actually performed on what? I'm actually looking at it. If I was to pronounce Idgham, it will be Kuwatiwa. Why am I saying Kuwatiwa? So a quick recap on this. فَمَا لَهُ مِنْ قُوَّةٍ وَلَا نَاصِرٍ. It was like as if the law I implemented for Qaf is the same thing as one I implemented for Wa. Let me recite it again. فَمَا لَهُ مِنْ قُوَّةٍ وَلَا نَاصِرٍ. Why is that?
Because it's part of it has.
It was the bomb. What did I just say? فَمَا لَهُ مِنْ قُوَّةٍ وَلَا نَاصِرٍ.
Because
قُوَّةٍ.
you have to do
Because
it's part of the Dugam Gunna, right?
Yeah,
So you have
it's part of the Gunna, okay?
to do the Gunna there.
MashaAllah. So because of the gunna, the extra sound that comes out of the nose, and because wow is one of the ones with gunna. So the kuwa is like the gunna aspect of it. فَمَا لَهُ مِنْ قُوَّةٍ وَلَا نَاصِرٍ. فَمَا لَهُ مِنْ قُوَّةٍ وَلَا. So that transition from the takes or T all the way to the wa is what makes the nasality important. فَمَا لَهُ مِنْ قُوَّةٍ وَلَا نَاصِرٍ. So that's why we pronounce it like that. So that will be all about idgham. Inshallah, in the next class, we'll be talking about iqlab. Okay, so let's move to iqlab. Ruling of iqlab. In simple terms, iqlab means changing something from its original state. The terminological translation, it is putting an alphabet in place of another alphabet with extra gunna, with gunna. What is gunna? Extra sound coming out from the nose. Iqlab has just one alphabet, and that alphabet is ba. That makes iqlab interesting. It means out of all the alphabets in Arabic, just this alphabet exhibits this rule. Okay, so looking at the examples of iqlab, the best way to implement iqlab is to assume that the noon, has like some meme on it, something like that. Like when you pronounce meme case from me here, you try to like position this noon like as if it's meme, something like that. If you use that implementation, you get iqlab correctly. For example, إلا من بعد ما جاء إلا من بعد ما جاء. Another example. ينبت لكم به الزرع والزيتون. ينبت لكم. Some people implement their iqlab with space, a little like tiny space in the mouth. ينبت لكم إلا من بعد. Some people implement it like that. Some others close their mouth. Which of them is most correct? Which of them is the most acceptable way of reciting it? The truth is, there are difference of opinion. Some scholars say you should close your mouth. Some others say you should have like a tiny space in between your lips. So whichever one you do is fine. Just pronounce it correctly. Inna Allah sami'un basir. Inna Allah sami'un basir. I strongly recommend that you close your lips. Alimun bima kanu. Alimun bima kanu. So that will be all on iqlab. You guys understand it? Hello? Let me stop sharing my screen. You guys should meet your mind. What do you see about my explanation of iqlab? Do you guys disagree with my explanation?
I was just about to ask that because, like, when you're doing a clap, like the sound of meme that comes out, I was just about to ask you if you should pronounce it completely or not, and then you explained.
It shouldn't be complete meme, but like I'm just saying, like if you try to if you just imagine it in your head, that like okay, like it's like as if a meme sound is coming out of it. Because in reality, when you're trying to pronounce a clap, it's like as if you're pronouncing meme. It's like as if you're changing the noun to meme.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like as if you're changing the noun to meme. You're not actually changing it to an actual meme, but like it's like the implementation looks like that. So if you want to get the actual implementation of a collab, like you should it's like as if you are deliberately trying to convert that noun to meme.
Okay.
Illa mim ba'di ma mim. It's like as if you did mim kesho mim sukun mim ba. It looks like that's what you've done. Because if you don't give that like explanation explicitly to people, they will not know that. Oh, they will still be trying to pronounce the noun. They'll be like, it's noun that is there. It's supposed to be min ba'di. Do you get? So for you to get the correct implementation of a collab, when you tell them that okay, you need mim here, just assume that the noun is mim, then the person will get it correctly. Illa min ba'di ma ja. And a lot of people recite by saying Illa min ba'di ma ja. So on that, what do you guys see? The ikhtilaf that people have on iqlab. Do we close our mouth or do you have a small space? When you recite, do you have a small space or do you close your mouth?
I think I do both. I've noticed that competition, if you like don't close your mouth completely, they correct you for it.
Okay. Sheikh Abibullah, Sheikh Zubair, are we here?
I'm here now, alhamdulillah.
Should we go ahead and just do so that we can just finish Ahkam Nusakir and Tanween and go to actual Tajweed?
No.
Oh, yeah, let's do the final part. So we'll do a collab, and then from next class we'll be starting proper Tajweed. Bismillahi wa salatu wa salam ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa ba'd. So inshallah, today we'll be doing ikhfa, reading of ikhfa. What is ikhfa? In simple terms, ikhfa means fencing or like keeping something hidden. In terminological translation, it is a concept of pronouncing a letter with sukun without shadda in a form between idhar and idgham and nasalizing the first letter, which is the nun that takes sukun and tanween. The alphabet of ikhfa are 15. That is the alphabets that when nun sukun or tanween comes before them, we do ikhfa. Those alphabets are 15. And these alphabets can be remembered by taking into account the first alphabet in this poem. It means every first alphabet in this poem, if you are able to memorize a poem, every first alphabet in a poem is what? Is an alphabet of ikhfa. What is the poem? Sif Dathana Kam Jada Shakhsun Qad Sama Dum Tayyiban Zid Fi Tuqa ضع ظالما صف ذا ثنا كم جاد شخص قد سما دم طيبا زد في تقى ضع ظالما. So the alphabets of ikhfa are what? Sod, Dhal, Tha, Kaf, Jim, Shin, Qa, Sin, Dal, Ta, Zain, Fa, Ta, Ba, Vo. So that's the alphabets of what? The alphabets of ikhfa. Now example. So this is what we're going to do. In ikhfa, you are pronouncing the nun sukun, but you are positioning your mouth like someone that wants to pronounce sod for this particular example. So if you have to pronounce this particular example, you'll be like, الَّذِينَ هُمْ عَنْ صَلَاتِهِمْ So like as if you're about to pronounce the nun sukun, then sword comes out because you position your mouth like someone else to pronounce sword. الذين هم عن صلاتهم ساهون. Another example is what? When you have like nun sukun here and you have sword after it. Oh, sorry. So another example is sword. Surna. So we're not saying surna because we're not making it clear. It's not idhar. Idhar is it will be surna, but surna. So we can feel the presence of the nun, but we can also realize that the nun is like eating. الذين هم عن صلاتهم عن صلاتهم ساهون. قوما صالحين قوما صالحين. If you observe, we're not saying قوما صالحين. We are hiding the what? The tanween. قوما صالحين. The next example we have is an example with ذال. من ذلك جنة من ذلك. We're not saying min ذلك. We are saying min ذلك. So what we're doing is the nun sound, we're trying to like position our mouth like we're pronouncing nun, but then we already like position our mouth like what? Like that. Min that. Min like as if so. Min that. Min that. Min ذلك. Example. سيقول المخلفون إذا 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 انقلبتم إذا إذا we don't say إذا no, we are hiding the what? We're hiding the nun. سيقول لك المخلفون إذا انقلبتم So someone that listens carefully knows that the nun is there, but you're trying to hide the nun so that you're going to pronounce cough after. قوما صالحين قوما ضال قوما is like MAUN, something like that. قوما قوما ضالين. So ikhfa takes a lot of practice. When you practice with as many examples as possible, you should be able to like get over it and understand the implementation of ikhfa. Okay, so we'll be ending our explanation of ikhfa here. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. Inshallah, from next class, probably we'll be taking the rules of mim sakina. But before we start the mim of rules of mim sakina, you must have understood like the implementation of idhar, iqlab, ikhfa, and idgham. Okay, so you must have understood it, understood how you implement it, understood, like practice it, use it in different examples. Be sure that you can actually implement it. Be sure you are doing it correctly and you understand the concept before you move towards the rules of mim, sakin, and tanween. Questions, bro? Do you have any questions? Do you have any questions?
Yeah, I have a question with regarding to if when you were pronouncing salatihim, some people say like they put their tongue.
That's correct. So the pronunciation of ikhfa, it varies, but like it's so الذين هم عن صلاتهم. It's not the sound. It's not compulsory. It comes out in the form of Do you get? So what you just have to do is to just implement ikhfa, hide the nun. Okay, so whichever way you're able to hide the noon is correct. And in fact, I even prefer yours. الذين هم عن صلاتهم ساهون. Give me another alphabet of إخفاء.
ذا.
ذل. من ذلك جنات تجري من ذلك. Pronounce your own. Pronounce من ذلك جنات.
من ذلك.
That's correct. So it's not necessary you use my own like technique of like hiding the alphabet. But whichever way you pronounce it, if you are actually doing ikhfa, you know. Okay. Was I explanatory enough?
Naam,
Yeah.
naam.
Eh? I'm not talking about being explanatory in the dimension of explaining that when you have known sukun before any of these alphabets, you do ikhfa. The explanation of the actual implementation of ikhfa, of how you should position your mouth when you want to pronounce ikhfa.
I don't think you did that. You did it for izhar.
Okay, but I didn't really explain how you should position your mouth when you want to pronounce ikhfa.
Yeah, you did.
So what's the correct way of doing that? How do you explain to someone that when you want to pronounce ikhfa, this is how you should do it?
I kind of putting your tongue on the ground level of your mouth.
Okay. Let me see again. So if you are to implement ikhfa, for example, in terms of sword, a good way to implement it is when you put your tongue on the ground level in your mouth and you try to pronounce the alphabet. So now ikhfa exists between nun, sukun, and sword. So how do we pronounce it? الذين هم عن صلاتهم. So when your tongue is on the ground level and you don't raise it or try to like create any kind of like gyration with your mouth, you're able to like implement the ikhfa correctly. الذين هم عن صلاتهم ساهون. When you implement that for sword, surna. When sword has tenwin, قوما صالحين. So it's more like you are stalling all operations, putting your tongue on the base level and like pronouncing the sound, then pronouncing the sword after. قوما صالحين. Here, من ذلك جنات. For قاف. إن قلبتم إذا انقلبتم سيقول لك المخلفون إذا انقلبتم إلى مغانم لتأخذوها ذرونا نتبعكم إذا انقلبتم and board قوما ضالين قوما ضالين. So that's how to pronounce the column. Did I do justice now? Okay. So another way of pronouncing that was even a better way of explaining the column. Just ikhfa, sorry, just hide the alphabet. And another way of actually hiding the alphabet is not even pronouncing it in the first place, which is like just putting your mouth on the base level and pronouncing the alphabet. I think that will be all for this class. Next class will be taking, let me see what we'll be taking. Let's look at it together. Next class will be taking mim sakina. When mim takes sukun, between, okay, we just do like the 3 rules that come with mim taking sukun. إظهار الشفوي إدغام متماثلين and إخفاء الشفوي. Then we'll do ميم and نون المشددتين. Even ordered المعرفة. This one will not waste time there. Something that someone should know already. Then we'll do إدغام متماثلين متقاربين متجانسين. Let's see how the next class goes, inshallah. Are there any questions regarding the class? How many people attended the class? Habib, Rabi, Zainab, and Zubair. Did any other person aside you guys attend the class?
No.
Let's see. Oh, your network is bad. Is my network bad? Like how many people complain about bad network? 1, 2, 3, 4. Is my network bad?
No.
So whose network is bad?
No.
Okay, their own network.
I think it's the network.
Okay. Fair enough. So that will be all for today's class. What will be our assignment for this session? You're going to send me examples of what we did Idgham. We did Idgham this class. Wow, that was fast. How come we did Idgham and Ikhfa? What's the best explanation to tell someone to explain to someone? Best way to tell him to like implement Idgham?
Like merging the two letters together.
Yeah, that's what I did. But like a 6-year-old will not understand. Would a 6-year-old understand? Until you actually show him how to implement it. Yeah, I did what I can with my
It's like putting tongue in the middle of your teeth, but not closing it completely.
Putting the tongue in the middle of your teeth.
But not closing it completely.
من يعمل قوما ربهم من ربهم. And that's difficult to implement. Okay, but that's fine, inshallah. That's fine. What this assignment to be like Idgham. I'm going to post the YouTube. But I'm going to send it on YouTube too. For those that didn't really understand it when they're in the class, they should watch the YouTube video before the next class, because this is our last class for this week, right? Or do we have a class tomorrow? Yeah, we do have a class tomorrow. I should have taken it bit by bit. We do have a class tomorrow, but it doesn't matter. You're going to give me examples of Idgham with all the alphabets of Idgham. Iqlab, just ba. This time around, you don't need to do like Tenwin and Nun Sakina. Just give me one. So all the alphabet of Idgham, and you're going to do a voice note like the last time, like pronouncing all of these alphabets, implementing it. Then you're going to send me the one for Iqlab and for Ikhfa. So just one, you can decide to pick Nun Sukun or like Tenwin, anyone. But give me examples of all of them, okay? Is it clear? Is the assignment clear? No, mashallah. Okay, so I'm done. Is there any question I need to answer or like? You guys need me to answer any question?
No.
No.
Okay. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.